Good morning, everyone. Actually, I'm saying good morning, but you may be watching this in the afternoon or at night. But it's morning for me. I am doing this video before I start work today. Today, I am working at home. Thank God I don't have to go into the office today. But yeah, so I want to do this quick video with you all to let you know how things have been going so far while I have been on Zepbound. I haven't done a video in a few weeks. I believe my last video was week 5, and I am entering into my second month of using Zepbound. Today, I will be picking up my newest prescription and my newest dosage, rather, and that will be at 7.5 milligrams. My last dosage was at 5 milligrams. And I can't say, while I have been on the 5 milligrams, this is the final week of that, I really did not lose a lot of weight with the 5 milligrams. And I don't know if it was because, which I've seen on a few other videos, the fact that I was ovulating during that time. And when I'm ovulating, even though I have had a hysterectomy, I do have my ovaries. I did keep my ovaries because I'm still young and I did not want to go through all the extra hormonal changes as being a woman. But I did keep my ovaries, so I do ovulate every month still, and so I get all the water gain, as well as the cramping and the pain and all the other stuff, even though I'm not actually having a full menstrual cycle. So, but yeah, so I'm thinking that's the reason why I didn't see like a lot of weight loss during that time period. And for me, it's about 2.5 week process for my body to go through all of that. But anywho, another thing that I did notice too is there was another video I was watching, and the person was saying that depending on where you are injecting yourself could also seem to like not stimulate weight loss. And I don't know if that's the case still or not, but it does seem as though, so I had switched from injecting myself in my stomach, and I was like, well, let me see what would happen if I inject myself in my thighs. So I did do both thighs, and I was like, okay, am I feeling a difference or anything like that? I must say that side effects were still the same. Like, if you, not overeating or feeling nausea like the first or second day after your injection, because that does happen with me. It seems as though like after I've injected myself, the second day I get like nausea pretty easily. But that was still happening, when I injected myself in my thighs. But I can say, at least for me, it seems as though if I inject myself in my stomach area, that's when I seem to have more weight loss. I don't know if it's a mental thing, but that seems to be the case. So I will continue to inject myself in my stomach. My doctor has said that I can just rotate from left to right, for each injection. So anyway, so it seems as though it's been like about 2 pounds that I have lost total for within that full 4-week period. So today I am going to Walgreens. I'm going to pick up the 7.5 milligrams. And I'm kind of excited about that because I'm like, oh, my doctor is still seeing improvements in me, and they want to see that I am still being successful with this prescription in this particular medication. So one thing I have been doing when I'm tracking my weight, I have bought this like body fat smart scale from Amazon. It's called Renpho, and I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly, but it's Renpho, and I'll put the link to that body scale in the video description. So when you use that app, when you use the scale, you can also download an app for your phone. And if you are an iPhone user, and probably, I would imagine for Androids too, but I'm an iPhone user, so I know exactly what apps I'm looking for and what's happening. But anyway, so you can connect that to the My Heart app. And that's like another app with iPhone users where you can track like different things health-wise. So I have connected that, and I can still monitor my weight loss. But one of the cool things about the Smart Scale, which, you know, if anyone is watching this video, this is probably not new to you, but it was new for me. But you can monitor other things like, you know, your body fat, as well as how much water you have. It also even has like protein levels and BMI. A lot of different settings that are on there that you can monitor. It even has like how much your skeleton mass is too, your skeletal mass is. So it's like, when I looked at that, it was like, oh, my skeletal mass, and I'm guessing this is what it means, like what it would be like without any like muscle, fat, and organs, things of that nature. It was like 112 pounds. And I was like, oh, I actually know a few people that that actually weigh that, and that's their full body weight. And I'm like, oh my gosh, then what is this skeletal mass? You know, not making fun or anything, but it was like, wow, that was, for me, that was pretty amazing to see, like, oh, that's how much my skeleton weigh. Okay. But anywho, so yeah, it's a pretty cool app. You get to see different things. It also tells you what your real age would be. So it was like, oh my gosh, like with my weight, I have 7 extra years on my body. So that's not good, but at the same time, it's kind of cool to be able to see, you know, as I lose more weight, maybe I'll end up, my body will be more younger as I lose more pounds. So yeah, so I'll put that link to that. If you don't have a Smart Scale, or if you want to check that out, I'll add that link in my video description. And I am not doing any paid advertisements, so this is all like free information or resources. So yes, I'm going to be picking up my prescription today. I am going to start taking it on Fridays. I always inject myself on Fridays because I am working from home on those days. And again, like I said, like it seems as though I get nausea sometimes when I get an injection. So usually on the weekends, I'm not doing much. So if I get sick on Saturday, or I feel like, you know, a little queasy, at least it's Saturday, I'm not doing anything anyway, and I'm not working also. The other thing that I wanted to relay is, like, I've been adding on my video titles, you know, I'm a person who also suffers with GERD and also hypothyroidism. So I do have specialists that I see. For the GERD, I see a gastroenterologist. For the hypothyroidism that I've had since the year 2000, I also see an endocrinologist that monitors my levels of my thyroid. So besides that, I still do see my primary care physician, and because I'm taking this medication, I am still seeing those specialists as well as my primary care. And I will say, for you, if you're also dealing with having GERD and also having hypothyroidism, to continue to see your specialist and to also continue to do your lab work. My labs have been doing well, except what I've noticed is that, and it has nothing to do with the, specifically with the Zepbound, but with me having GERD, I have been on 2 medications for a long time. The main medication I take is omeprazole, and I was on 20 milligrams, and I was on that for years. And eventually I had to move up to 40 milligrams. So I take that one time a day. Also, I would say within the past year, I have added on Pepcid as an H2 beta blocker, which I did not know that I can combine those medications until I saw my gastroenterologist as well as their physician assistant, who gave me the idea, because for some reason I was still like doing all this extra burping. I still had all this extra stomach acid that was like really causing a lot of issues for me. So with the Pepcid added on to the omeprazole, that has helped me like significantly in regards to the stomach acid. So I'm only bringing that up because, again, with Zepbound, you do have food in your stomach much longer to digest. So if you are having any issues and you're on one medication, you may want to talk to your gastroenterologist about adding on Pepcid as a H2 beta blocker for, to help you with that too. Again, it's just a suggestion if you are having those issues, but again, talk to your physician about adding that on. Also, another thing to consider with that, which is what I have had to do, is when I get my lab work, I'm looking for, I'm asking my physicians to look for if there's any issues with my liver, if there's any issues with proteins, as well as vitamin deficiencies. With having GERD, if you are taking omeprazole for years, like I have, you may end up with a condition called pernicious anemia, which is another thing that I have. It's like I'm always at the doctor's office. But pernicious anemia happens with your stomach lining where it's not able to absorb B12. And so you have to take like either you're eating more foods with B12, you're taking a B12 supplement, or you're getting injections of B12. For me right now, I am either eating extra food with B12 in there, like different vegetables that would have it, or I'm also adding supplements. I take like a B12 gummy, and I have to keep my numbers up, because otherwise, when you have a B12 deficiency, you have like things that happen to your nervous system. So I have noticed that like I get more tingly in my feet or my hands, or it feels like there's something like in my legs. It's not like I forgot what they call it. It's like, it feels like something's crawling in legs. It's not specifically that, but it's definitely nerve related. So I have to monitor my B12 too. And when I had my last lab work, B12 was a vitamin deficiency that had been much lower. So just informing you of that, if you are if you are a patient that is also dealing with GERD and hypothyroidism, keep, monitoring your labs, and also, talk to your doctor if you need to include like an extra stomach acid reliever. And also keep in mind that you definitely need to be monitoring your B12 levels, because you can have a low deficiency in B12. So that's my tip for today. I will come back on probably in another month. I was doing like bi-weekly or something. I gotta check my videos. It's not like it was bi-weekly, but now it's by each month. That's what I'm gonna do. So I will check back in within a month's time to let you know what's going on with me. And I hope you all are doing well with your weight loss journey too. Have a great day.